Okay, Alan, this is your first video lesson. It's just a review of the lesson I just gave you. But a lot of good things going on in the swing. Oops. Like the posture. I think you almost have the 45 degrees, 40 degrees, really good. Chin is pretty much up. Good posture. So, as we mentioned, the first move is back inside just a bit, but it's causing. That's the club head. Whoops. Oh, Phil. Slight user error here. Okay, so this is the shaft line, and the swing plane is any line parallel to one of the yellow lines. And the idea is to keep the club head, the shaft, and the butt of the club on one of those, or parallel to one of those yellow lines. So, like I was trying to say earlier, here's your club head is here, shaft is here. So you've broken the plane a bit, which seems minor, but it causes it causes an unnecessary move and a compensating move. You see with Adam Scott's, see it's toe up. So here's the here's the head of the club, and the shaft is overlapping his hands from this angle. See how you can see the full club here. So you're basically taking your wrist and flipping it back. You know, good athletes use their wrist too much in the golf swing. You're no exception. The only action the wrists really have would be to set going if you hold your hand out here, just kind of thumb up, setting that direction. There's none of this patting the baby type of thing on the backswing or the hit. Okay, so then from here you make a good athletic move. It's off. Now this is an unneeded movement right to there, and your first mission is to clean that up to make it like Adam Scott. So we want just right from the ball to that spot to here, all on plane. So that's, and now when he gets to here, it's a different spot than you have. This is the second thing you have to work on, is see how your elbow has crawled outside your body, and your hands have too. His elbow is in front of his body. His hands actually are in front of his body. If he collapsed his arms right here, his hands would hit his pec. At this point, it gets a little steep too, Alan. See, it's pointed inside the ball. Now, you still have to make some corrective action, and right now you do. So that's another little move from the top I didn't see earlier that's required. On Scott's swing, he doesn't have to. He's on plane here, and look, he starts down, he's on plane. So there's no, see this, it's just up and down that corridor. Boom. So now the second thing with respect to the back elbow is the problem with having it back where you have it is it's got to race to get in front of your body, because your body's starting to turn and it has to race. See, it's alongside your body, but Scott's elbow is in front of his body. Now it's working its way. It remains in front of his body, getting to this position. You're playing catch up, and then because it's not hugging your body, see, it's outside your hands, you're going to pull this. It's going to start right on you. See, he's delivering it from the inside. See, the club head is inside his hands, and then it goes out down to the ball. So you'll be getting a little outside the ball here. Nothing major, but enough to go offline. See, the toe of the club is still outside the ball, so you're going to go right on that. Okay, so then the next thing is at impact position. Very simply, he's against the back corridor with his hip pockets, and you're not. He's double cheek from behind. 1, 2, you've got 1. Huge difference. Huge difference in consistency, direction, and distance. See how his upper body and lower body, it's the X factor. He still has the X factor. His lower body is leading the upper body, still leading. Yeah, at impact, his shoulders are almost pointed at the target, and his belt buckle's at the target almost. Finally, at this point, his upper body is stacked over his lower body. With you, you've got an X factor here now. They're now stacked. Your upper body, you have no X factor. Huge payoff in distance when you get that fixed. But on the good side of things, man, good shoulder tilt, heads on the ball, good spine angle, really good. When you get that lower body, if you just have that lower body at impact, that's graduation. There. It's that easy. And now, the one final thing on your follow through, and it's because your lower body hasn't kicked in early enough. It just kind of stays there, and then at this point, well, you never show the full soul to the crowd behind you. Whereas with these guys, the good guys, they roll the back foot, and then boom, when their hands are close to head high, that's full on release. You know, and the advantage is, see, he's slowing down or braking, if you will, from here on, and he just gradually slows it down. Whereas you come in here and it just feels like that foot is kind of stuck, and you're trying to slow it down right through here. That's one reason why, see, you kind of end up a little off plane even with that, where he's released through. Look at this, he's right on plane. It's just because your foot, it's not stuck on the ground, but it hasn't released totally. I don't know if you remember Jeff Ogilvy. His foot just kind of, his right heel actually goes out this way. He's so loose. I mean, that is a loose swing. That's why his swing looks so loose and free, is he doesn't have this as a governor on it. Now, from the other angle, just quickly, there's no real surprises. Well, you just have to do it this way. Like we're saying at the top, this is excellent. Really good. These angles are really good. The thing that's not is, and you can't see it too well here, but you've lost width. You've got width of somebody 5'10". But these angles are really good. Good turn. A lot of good things. Your knee. And see, this is the cast. At this point, the good guys have 90 degrees. You've got 10. So you've dissipated all this energy buildup. You know, so you've lost a lever, in other words. And then at impact, your belt buckle is not at the ball, but it's just about there. This is good action here, straight back arm. But let's look at this guy's. This is his backswing. You and I can't get there, but we can get here. He's got similar angles to you. When he gets here, his knee is moved, looks like, I don't know, 6 inches, maybe 5 inches. Next point, he's moved 10 inches, and at impact, he's here. Then he comes quickly to his toe, and then there's full release. So he goes max width here, max width here. Yeah, wow is right. Yeah. Yeah. So, now back to what I'm saying is we're going to work on this. So we'll do a punch drill where you just take it right to here, max width, and punch it. And then another drill which I like is this drill where you take it right to there and hold it, then go to the top and fire your hip. So you can work on both the takeaway and the disassociation of the upper and lower body. So I'll just put some of these videos on the same DVD for you, and then you can just wind these things through, because this is one of the best swings in the game. And you can tell he's really good left-handed. It's just how his hands and elbows, arms stay in front of his body. It's all on plane, up and down. His elbows are on plane. His hands are going along the plane line. Everything goes along the plane line instead of dipping, like your hands dip away from the plane line. Yeah, it's just a good image to burn in.